Hi, I'm Eric, and today we're here at Urbana High School. We're going to meet an individual who has a passion for supporting our students with their future goals. Let's go inside and meet her. Today we are here at Urbana High School with one of our career coaches, the first position of this type in Frederick County this year. We're here today with Mrs. Tanya Chubb. Mrs. Chubb, thank you so much for allowing us a bit of your time today. How are you?
I'm super fantastic.
That's awesome. I like that, super fantastic. That's great. And again, you're one of the very first to hold the position of career coach in Frederick County Public Schools. You serve our high school and middle school students. And we're going to talk a little bit about what you do. But before we do that, can you share a little bit about your background? You're a veteran public educator.
I am.
What did you do before you came to this role?
Before I came here, I was in the school system prior to this. I was a special educator, and I was a special educator in Montgomery County as well as Frederick County. I volunteer in the community.
So how many years did you serve as a special educator?
Approximately 8 in Montgomery County and about 8 here. And then I left, and then I did the county government. So I worked for Workforce Services, and then I had my own business, and then this opportunity became available, and I knew it was my dream job. So
wonderful. So entrepreneur, you've worked in county government, worked in public education, so various experiences that have brought you to this place now where you're supporting our students.
Absolutely.
Who are just beginning to think about, some of them already know, some of them are just thinking about it, and some of them haven't started thinking about what they want to do next.
Right.
So can you talk to us a little bit first about what do our career coaches do in our school system?
Oh my. The career coaches do a number of things. So their relationships are very, very important. So they have relationships with the students, they have relationship with the parents, their relationships with the other educators in the building, as well as the administration and guidance. So every aspect of the school life that a student has, the career coaches help in that area. And particularly with the students, we ask questions about what are they interested in doing? Some students don't know what they want to do when they leave high school. So we ask questions about, okay, what classes do you like right now? What things are you involved with right now? Are you in athletics? Are you doing drama or theater? What did you do last summer? Because sometimes the students aren't able just to say definitively, this is what I want to do. And some students who can say that haven't explored other things, so they don't know what else is involved. So one of the things I say to them is, when Mrs. Chubb was in school, the careers that exist right now did not exist. So you will probably have the same situation. So you don't have to know exactly what career you're going to do, but let's explore what you like.
And so we have our teachers working in our buildings, we have counselors, we have our administrators. All those individuals are supporting our students. What makes what you do different than that support they may receive from the other adults in the building?
Oh, different in a number of ways. Well, the collaboration is awesome because we get to take some things and expand upon them. So our guidance counselors, they do incredible jobs, as well as the other people in the building, but they can't do everything. So if you have a new kid on the block come in and say, hey, this is what I do, how can I help you? So that's a lot of the questions that the career coaches ask. How can I help? And what we do know is that each community, each school community, they have their personality and how things work and how they work best for them. So we go in and ask our specific communities, how can we help? So the guidance counselors may say, hey, we have this aspect that we're doing well, but we need help in this area. So we do things differently because we're helping according to what the school needs. Now, the county says there are certain things we have to do, and so we do those things, but we also incorporate what the school needs, what the students need.
Yeah, that's an important aspect, actually. You mentioned collaboration. So the work you're doing is not just facilitated by FCPS, but also in conjunction with county government.
That's correct.
And what does that look like?
It looks like teamwork. It looks like conversations. It looks like just coming to the table together and seeing how we're going to best serve the students. So like Workforce Services, one of our partners, seeing what they already have in place, and like they have a summer jobs program. So we're looking ahead to the summer already. You know, how are we going to use what we already have and incorporate, you know, the students that now that we know a little better, and what will that summer program look like? That's just an example. And so now we can come to the table and I can say, okay, at Urbana High School, or, you know, TJ can say, well, at TJ, these are some of the needs, so we can begin to talk about specifically the students and what the needs are and for that community.
When you're sitting down with a student for the first time, what are some of the first things that you're doing to begin supporting that student?
We start with the conversation. We start with, some students will come in and just start talking, and you can kind of hear where they're going or where they want help, and you can ask them, okay, where do you want to start? There are other students who don't know what to do, like, okay, I'm here. Great first step, you're here. Let me tell you what I do. So once they find out what career coaches do, where do you want to start? So just starting with like simple questions that'll just kind of put them at ease. And we're going to do this together. You're not by yourself. So knowing that, you know, they have a team, and explaining who's on the team, and guidance, and your parents and other teachers. So I just want to hear what you like, what's your desire, what are you thinking, and getting them to talk. And so as we get that information, then I'll ask about internships. Are you familiar with any? You're interested in doing? Let's do some research. So you know you want to be a power washer. I had a young man who wanted to do power washing. That's what he did last summer. I said, okay, who else power washes around here? I don't know. Take out your phone. And so we began to do research. And so I talk about research. I talk about networking. So we use whatever we can to talk with the students to get them to understand you have resources. And then we'll begin to put the vocabulary with them, like internships and apprenticeships. Do you know what that is? Okay, let's go to this website, let's look at this. For the people who don't know what they want, the young people who don't know, we have some tools and some resources, so we begin to do that. We have access to things and people.
Mrs. Chubb, what do you love most about the work that you do?
How much time do you have? I love the opportunity to spend time with young people, with the students, and hear them. I think that we really need that time to hear them and ask a question and let the silence be okay until they have time to answer. I think the way we are as a society, we're moving constantly. And sometimes we're encouraged to get more, go faster, get up earlier. But we also need to share with our students, it's okay to have silence for a moment, to contemplate, okay, how am I going to answer this? And it's okay if you don't have an answer, but to be able to communicate that. You know, Mrs. Chubb, I'm not sure. Then that gives me an opportunity to say, okay, let's talk through it. Let's go to another question. But if I don't give you an opportunity to speak, I'm just going on what I believe and what I think you need. And I think we need to slow down and try to find out what they need. And to hear, I don't know what I need.
The joy, compassion, and intentional way in which Tanya approaches her work as a career coach is exceptional. Tanya reiterated it is okay if students do not have all the answers, and that she is listening and helping create a plan for each and every one of the students she works with. This involves bringing professionals in to speak to the students, explaining their path and how they got to where they are. In addition, Tanya is teaching her students how to network, to engage, how to interview, and how to exit a job professionally. Tanya collaborates with other career coaches across the county. She's out networking with professionals in the workforce, doing exactly what she is teaching her students to do. In the words of Mrs. Chubb, there is joy in the journey. What Tanya does on a daily basis is essential to Frederick County Public Schools. Is there anything else you want the community, you want us to know about the work that you do that maybe you haven't shared or that you think we don't fully know but it's important for us to know?
I think it's important for us to know that young people are that. They're young people. So sometimes they feel pressured that they have to know things. And I think as adults, if we could just be aware that sometimes they won't know and it's okay, and let the students know it's okay. Because what we know about mental health right now and the pressure and the struggle that young people are feeling, it's real. And so even if the young people put the pressure on themselves to think, oh, I gotta know these things, I think to hear an adult voice to say, it's okay.
And I think the fact that we have, it's a service that is provided for professionals. No matter what profession you're in, there are individuals that their goal is to provide that service of being a career coach. So if we're doing that for the adults in our community, how much more so should we be doing that for our students as they prepare to exit high school into whatever path they want to take, leaving us, to make sure they're successful. So it's important that our community understand the value, and it's great that they see that value in the work that you're doing. We know that you're doing a phenomenal job here at Urbana High School, you along with our career coaches across the system.
Yes.
So thank you for everything, Mrs. Chubb. Appreciate
Thank you. I feel appreciated.
Awesome.
I really do. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. It was wonderful being able to spend some time speaking with Mrs. Chubb today. Our career coaches, while a new role in FCPS, is a necessary role. Listening to her talk about the support that she provides our students was inspirational. And the reason it was inspirational is because it's wonderful knowing that our students have a resource in their building to support them with goals that they have or thoughts they may have for what they want to do in the future. Mrs. Chubb, along with the 21 other career coaches in FCPS, spend time not only developing their skills to support them in helping our students, but they spend time engaged in meaningful listening to ensure that they know how best to support our students, and not only our students, but other staff in the building as they work with our students. We are fortunate to have them as part of the FCPS team. And their roles is not just done by FCPS, but it's in conjunction with county government and workforce development. It is nice to see those two entities within our community coming together to support our students each and every day. They are essential, our career coaches, to what we do. Well, everyone, until next time, please continue to take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be well.